Soft haunted melody with echoing whispers. In the dead of night, the memories loom. In the haunted woods, I find her tomb.
The fucking rain was coming down like it had a personal vendetta against me. Drip, drip, drip. Each fucking drop felt like a goddamn bullet to my skull. And the hangover? Jesus fucking Christ, it was like a train wreck in my brain. I couldn't even tell if I was inside or outside anymore. Drip, drip, drip. The bottom had fallen out and I was fucking drowning in it. I tried to stand up, but my legs felt like they were made of goddamn jello. I managed to flop onto my ass, but the nausea was so bad I thought I was gonna puke my fucking guts out. I looked around and saw nothing but a big ass lake and a fucking mountain in the distance. Oh, and a creepy ass tree with roots wrapped around the trunk like it was trying to strangle the fucker. I stumbled over to the tree, tripped, and my hand landed on the trunk. That's when I heard it, the sound of liquid hitting my head. And then the white gooey shit started falling on me. I tried to wipe it off, but it just disappeared into my fucking skin. And then the heat hit me. And the shaking. And the fucking pain. I fell to my knees and landed on my hands, and that's when I saw it. My left hand was glowing bright fucking red. And then the burning started. It felt like my goddamn hand was on fire. I screamed like a motherfucker as the metal that had been in my hand since I was a kid started dripping from the bone. And then I puked up some black shit and everything went black. Stephen King would be proud of this shit. When I woke up, I felt different. The pain was gone, and the nausea had vanished. I felt like I had just woken up from a fucking nap. And then I looked down at my hand. It was healed. No burns, no metal dripping from the bone. It was like it had never fucking happened. I stumbled over to the lake and looked at my reflection. And what I saw made me fucking gasp. I looked like I was 25 again. What the fuck was going on? Was this some kind of goddamn magic? And then it hit me. This wasn't reality anymore. This was some kind of fucking fantasy world. I had to get to town. I had to find out what the fuck was going on. It took me a goddamn day to get there, but when I finally arrived, I was fucking shocked. This wasn't some fairy tale shit. This was real. There were fucking dragons flying overhead, and people walking around with goddamn magic wands. I stumbled into a tavern and ordered a drink. And that's when I found out the truth. This was a world of magic, and I was a part of it now. I had no idea how the fuck I got here, but I knew one thing for sure. I was going to fucking survive. I spent the next few hours wandering around the town, trying to figure out what the fuck I was going to do. I had no skills that were useful in this goddamn fantasy world, and I had no idea how to survive. But I knew one thing for sure. I had to find a job. I stumbled into a blacksmith's shop and asked if they needed any help. The blacksmith looked me up and down and chuckled. "You look like you've never held a hammer in your life," he said. And he was fucking right. I had no idea how to work a forge or make a goddamn sword. But I was desperate. "I'll work for free," I said. The blacksmith raised an eyebrow. "Why the fuck would you do that?" "I need a job," I said. "I need to survive." The blacksmith chuckled again. "Alright, kid. You can sweep up the shop and run errands for me. But don't expect to be making any goddamn swords anytime soon." And so I started working for the blacksmith. It wasn't glamorous work, but it paid the bills. And as I worked, I started to learn more about this goddamn fantasy world. I learned about the different races, the different kingdoms, and the different types of magic. And I started to realize something. Maybe this wasn't such a bad fucking place after all. Maybe, just maybe, I could make a life for myself here. For a while, things were going well. I was making a living, learning about the world, and even making some friends. But then shit turned south. Fucking fast. It started with a group of bandits attacking the town. They came in the middle of the night, armed to the teeth, and started setting fire to buildings and killing people. I was working late at the blacksmith's shop when they attacked. I grabbed the hammer and ran outside to see what was going on. And that's when I saw them. The bandits! They were fucking huge, with muscles bulging out of their goddamn shirts. And they were armed with swords, axes, and God knows what else. I tried to run back into the shop, but one of the bandits saw me and charged at me with his sword raised high. I swung my hammer, but he knocked it out of my hand with ease. And then he swung his sword at me. I thought I was fucking dead. But then something weird happened. A bolt of goddamn lightning shot out of my hand and hit the bandit square in the chest. He fell to the ground, smoking and twitching. I had no idea what the fuck had just happened. But I knew one thing for sure. I had goddamn magic. The rest of the bandits were taken care of by the town guard, but the damage had been done. The town was in ruins, and people were dead or injured everywhere. And then things got even worse. A goddamn dragon attacked the town. It swooped down from the sky, breathing fire and causing chaos. People were running and screaming, buildings were burning, and the dragon was fucking unstoppable. I had no idea what to do. But then I remembered my magic. I raised my hand and focused all my energy on it. And then I shot another bolt of lightning at the dragon. It hit the dragon in the chest, and it roared in pain. But then it turned its attention to me. It flew straight at me, breathing fire. I closed my eyes and braced for impact. But then something weird happened again. A shield of goddamn energy formed around me, protecting me from the dragon's flames. And then the dragon was gone. It flew off into the distance, leaving me standing there, confused and scared and fucking alive. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. But I knew one thing for sure. This goddamn fantasy world was dangerous as fuck. And I was in way over my goddamn head.